it's Miss Ishman back again, and let's learn a new chord today. Yes, I'm gonna add another one, but first let's review. We already learned C major, but first let's make sure we're holding our instrument correctly. When we're playing our ukulele, our left hand is gonna operate all of the chords. It's gonna make all of our different chord patterns. Our right hand is gonna pluck or strum. So make sure you're holding your instrument correctly. You want to lean it against your tummy, and I'm using this part of my arm to stabilize it. So that means I can play standing, which I'm standing now. Look, I'll jump to show you. Or you can play sitting down. So I'm going to stand. Let's review. Remember, we have to remember what finger we used for each chord. So we have our thumb, we have finger 1, finger 2, finger 3, and finger 4. Most chords we're going to learn are going to use fingers 1, 2, and 3. These three right here. And fingers in Spanish is deditos, los deditos. So we're going to use fingers 1, 2, and 3. Then we got to remember the number of the strings. This is a little tricky because remember, string number 1 is closest to the floor. And how I like to remember is the word 1 has an O and floor has 2 O's. And then string number 4 is closest to your forehead. That's how I literally remember. So string 4, which is our G string, is closest to our forehead. And string 1, which is the A string, is closest to the floor. So 1 is towards the floor, 4 is near your forehead. So we've got our order of our strings, 1, 2, 3, 4. We know the order of our fingers. Next, let's talk about the order of the frets. So remember, the frets are separated by these little metal pieces, and we have some kind of guide markers with the dots. So this first dot is fret number 5, and the fret goes all the way this way, so I'm covering the dot. So that is the entire fret number 5. So if we count backwards, fret 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We will not go past fret 5 here on the YouTube, but in person, when we get to all be together again, maybe we'll go a little further beyond. So let's talk about our first chord we learned, which was C major. C major. Remember that used finger number 3, which is our ring finger, and it was on string number 1. 1 is closest to the floor, and fret number 3. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, string number 1. So I would press down inside that box and you get C major. So if I strum it, that's what it sounds like. Will you strum with me 4 times? 1, 2, 4 times strumming. Beautiful, you got it. Let's go on to A minor. If you remember, A minor uses finger number 2. Finger number 2, which is our middle finger. And we're going to go up to string number 4, so closest to our forehead, in fret number 2. Sounds like this. Will you strum this one with me 4 times? 1, 2, strum 4 times. So that's A minor. It has a sad sound. I'm going to make a video about happy and sad sounds right after this, so stay tuned. That's A minor. And last, we learned F major. F major, we're just going to add, so we're not going to lift up our middle finger stays put, and you're going to add your first finger, finger number 1, to string number 2 and fret number 1. So that's what that sounds like. Sounds just a little bit different. Will you strum that with me 4 times? 1, 2, 4 strums, go. Awesome. I want you to focus on reviewing those 3 chords, and today I'm going to teach you just one more new one because it's super, 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 super awesome, and it comes up a lot in a lot of songs. Now, knowing these 4 chords, you can play literally hundreds of songs with these 4 chords. C major, A minor, F major, and our new chord is G major. Now, we're going to use those 3 fingers, so this is our first 3-finger chord. Let's start with finger number 1. Finger number 1 is going to be on string 3 in fret 2. Everybody got that? finger number 1, string number 3, fret 2. Then you're going to take finger number 2 on string number 1 inside of fret 2. So we have 2 fingers, finger number 1 and finger number 2 inside of fret number 2. But finger number 1 is on string 3. Finger number 2 is on string number 1. Now here's the tricky part. You're going to take finger number 3, your ring finger, and you're going to go into fret number 3 on string 2. So we call this like a little triangle chord. Can you see how my fingers kind of make a triangle? And this chord is called G major. Here's what it sounds like. If I strum it, I'm going to pluck each string for you so you can hear how each string sounds. That's do, mi, so, do. So that is a major chord. I just sang that solfege out of order, but ignore that, please. Just listen to the beautiful G major chord. And that's the new chord I want you to learn today. Here's how you can practice. Practice what you already know first. Play each chord 4 to 12 times. What chord is that? If you said C major, you're correct. Next, I'm going to go to another chord that you already know. Think in your head, what chord could it be? Now I'm going to go to my 2-finger chord, which we only learned one of those. It's a major one. So that's F major. And then go to the new chord and try and strum it as well. And then go back to C major. And then you can play a game where you hop between the two, between C major, another chord, C major and another chord, and C major and another chord. So you can go C to A minor, or C to F, or C to G. And practice hopping between the chords. And then before you know it, you'll be able to play them in any order that you need to in order to harmonize and play the accompaniment to a song. I hope you guys enjoyed learning that new chord today. I'm super excited for us to continue learning more about ukulele and playing all sorts of songs. Awesome review and awesome job learning the new chord, G major. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.